guys, this is Lord Chael speaking on behalf of our show sponsor, Established Titles. Established Titles is a project based on a Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lords and ladies. They allow you to buy as little as 1 square foot of dedicated land so you can officially call yourself a lord or a lady. Established Titles is not just about your ego. You also get to do some good. In addition to your new fancy title, Established Titles supports global charities like One Tree Planet and Trees for the Future to help with the afforestation effort. Your title pack gets you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land in a private estate in Scotland. Your certificate features a unique plot number where you can see the exact location of your land. And right now, Established Titles is holding 200 plots of land right next to mine. So come join me in the Bad Guy Inc. Kingdom. Getting this certificate even allows you to officially change your name to Lord or Lady. Put it on your credit card, put it on your plane tickets, or if you're so inclined, put it on your dating profile. Makes for a great last-minute gift, and there's even couples packs that come with adjoining plots of land. Established Titles is having a great limited-time sale. Go to establishedtitles.com/Chael to save 10% off today. Remember to use the promo code Chael, or just click on the link below. Angles, spots, works, marketing. I talk to you guys about this every single day. And I tell you guys, you never have to do what I did. You don't have to be heel. You don't have to look at somebody else like Conor McGregor and think that you have to go out and be brash with a mixture of funny. You don't have to look at somebody else like Daniel Cormier, who everybody loved, and go out and just be a really nice guy. You don't have to do those things. You just got to be the first you. Now, you do have to do something. And if you offer me anything at all that can be an angle that I can use to promote, or I could use to tell a story. I mean, 3-piece and a soda. Nothing was said. 3-piece and a soda. You understand that, though. Nothing was said. This wasn't a back and forth. This wasn't about who was wearing what at a press conference. This wasn't about a fancy line. This wasn't about planning a question with a media reporter that's friendly to you, having him ask it so you can knock one out of the park. There was no words whatsoever, but you see where that was effective marketing. Even for wrong, but you see the point. Rashad Evans built a fight against Thiago Silva based on a look in the back. Rashad had won a fight. He went to the back. He's headed to his locker room, and Thiago Silva looks over at him, gave him a look. Rashad took that to the press conference, and they got a main event out of it. I'm just sharing with you, got to have something, and you're getting something from Islam. And he's none of the things that I just discussed. He's not a clever guy. He is not a funny guy. He is not a well-dressed guy. He's not doing any of the stuff that everybody else has taken. But he's a respectful guy. And he's a man with a purpose that lives on principle, that is doing his part to see through a mission and a job that started generations ago with his now deceased coach. At the end of that fight, Islam paid his respects, and he took the belt off and he put it over Khabib's shoulder. He talked about Khabib's father, but Khabib specifically, and what you guys have done, and this belt is for you. Now, in that exact moment, without letting an entire beat go by, Khabib, who is now in the position of leadership, he entered that in leadership, but now that 15 minutes is going to him. Now the cameras are going to Khabib, and that's going to work just fine. Bodini Brown was not famous, but did a great job getting the message of Muhammad Ali out there. Now you have Khabib, who is famous, in front of a Muslim audience. What's Khabib going to do? How is he going to handle this? Is he going to accept the belt? Is he going to take that pupil and rub him on the head and pat him on the head? Say, good boy, you're here now that I'm not. I'm still the king. Is that the way he's going to let the story go? Because that's what Islam was prepared for within 1 second. And it wasn't a full second. Khabib, who's now in the high-handed position because it's where Islam placed him, without saying a word, took that belt and put it back on Islam. As the person who's going to decide this, as the person in the room who is the mentor, who you are going to show respect to and you look up to, You were the heir apparent to the throne that he left open. Khabib had all the power. And Khabib made his decision. Which is, don't give this to me. And don't give it to anybody else. You earned this. This is your moment. This is your belt. And you are the champion. Those are all things that Khabib told him and told us, the audience. That's how he wants this perceived. When Khabib took that belt back without a word and placed it back on Islam, it was a very powerful visual moment. And everything that I just said, whether you felt something in your stomach, whether you're getting swell up in your eyes or not, no, I'm not saying that it would have had to be that powerful. I'm just sharing for you that happened and you saw it happen. And we did not come out today and talk about Khabib and talk about Khabib's late father. We talked about Islam. That's what we talked about. And we do that because Khabib pulled the air brake in less than a second and without a word spoken and put the belt back on Islam. Islam believed that belt belonged to Khabib. And Khabib corrected that statement. It was very interesting, guys. It was very, very interesting. There was a video that came out later that night. Something happened in the crowd. Chimaev and Akbar, and some people have said Akbar is Khabib's brother, and other people say that Akbar is Khabib's cousin, but I think that you understand the point. Akbar is very close with Chimaev, and then there's other things that we don't even discuss over here. I mean, like, there's political things with the Dagestanis and the Chechens, like things get really weird really fast, but there was some kind of a pushing match between Chimaev and Akbar. I didn't see it, but I also didn't really see somebody that was at fault there. Chimaev came over to Akbar's space, that's true, but it appeared that Chimaev was asked to come over, that he was called over. So, I mean, I'm just sharing for you. I don't know that we need to figure out who the good guy here or the bad guy here is, but Khabib did a piece later that night about that incident. He said, I didn't like it. Said that can't happen again. That puts us in an ugly light. We should not have any ugly light put on us. That event never should have happened. I'd like to apologize. He was apologizing to the whole world. And he went further as to say, because this is Islam's moment, and it was taken away from. It was taken away from with something negative. The most powerful part about the apology that Team Khabib put out, though, was who was in the middle, who was leading the speech, and who did all the talking. It was Khabib. It's Khabib. And if you understand that relationship, then you can understand why this was so important for Khabib to get the opportunity to Islam. Not just to get the belt around him, to get the opportunity. But if you watch that apology video, you will also understand who stands where within their own hierarchy and why Islam wanted to show his respects to the king. It was very powerful, guys. It's an angle like we've never seen before. It's an angle that's not manufactured. It's not somebody coming out with a gimmick, thinking, okay, I got a good idea. Let me take this to the masses. Let's see how it does. If it works, I'll build upon it. If it doesn't work, I'll shift and go somewhere else. That's not what you saw. It was authentic and it was powerful. I just want to make sure that I brought it to your attention.